Hey everybody, I'm Monty Mont.
I'm Tiff.
And I'm Kiana.
And these
are a few
of our favorite
things.
Yo, you ready for mom, Tiff? Let's go!
Never kept up with the latest. Never tried to be the greatest. But let's be honest, yes, we want this. Oh.
Yo, that might have been our best ever right there. That was nice.
I mean,
Y'all should have seen the behind the scenes. Actually, I was taping that. I might show the outtakes, so we'll see about that. But
please don't show the outtakes.
Thank you guys for joining us. Another episode. We are glad to be back. It is good to be in the studio. We've been doing some Zooms, but we are glad to be in the studio.
I missed it.
Tiff, how you doing?
I'm okay. I missed it here.
What's up, civil rights?
I know.
Tiff was out there all over the country.
Was.
Seeing it, yes.
You know, traveling and things like that. So first of all, I gotta say this. For our guests being here today, I gotta thank Tiff. Tiff invited me to a function, and you know how y'all be, sure, okay, whatever, yeah. And then you get home, you're like, man, I ain't going out. And I was about to do that, but I said, no, let me go out. And I went. It was really great. Erica, if you've seen us on Shareholders, Erica Nicole, her function, she was on our show.
Yes.
And I met so many great people. And one of the people I met is Miss Kiana Oliver. I did not get the chance to stay and hear her.
Oh, it's all good.
But I'm glad to briefly have met her, and she was so nice to come on. How you doing today?
I'm doing really, really good.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you being on the Shareholders podcast. So we are going to give you our top fives. We are going to do that. But first, we want to talk because last week we had a person on for trumpet.
Yes.
Which was amazing. Shout out Rick James.
Yes.
And today we have a person who is, what is the profession? Is it saxophonist?
Yes.
Saxophonist. Mm-hmm. Yes.
With
she
the T
is.
On the end.
With a T on the end.
Ist. Period.
Right. Not just she played the saxophone. Saxophonist.
Thank you.
And you know what? And Kiana is going to be modest, but I'm going to go ahead and put her business out in the streets.
Please do.
She is a saxophonist, but she can sing.
That's the word on the street. And y'all heard she blended very well.
She can sing as well.
Yes.
I just wanted everybody to know that.
Also, she has a very good respect of singers that we found out, including Mr. Steveland Wonder.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So that's another conversation for another day. See somebody trying to be proud right now. We're not going to worry. So
it's firm. Because
Kiana,
my list is firm.
When did you first start playing saxophone?
I started playing in middle school, and that's a long story, but to make it short, although my band teacher he left our school, I still pressed in doing it. I did marching band in high school, and I just played in church.
Yeah.
My grandmother purchased me a saxophone on my mother and my father's side, actually, so I had two saxophones.
What? Wow.
And
okay.
I mean, they were, not gonna lie, they were pawn shop saxophones, so I had to figure them out, do that thing. But then my grandmother bought me another, a brand new one from Sam Ash. Shout out to Sam Ash.
Oh, you on Sam Ash?
Look, I'm a major Sam Ash.
You on Sam Ash? Okay.
But I continued to play in ministry, and I got asked to do, the services, put me on the program for the A and the B selection.
Come on.
And then that shifted into getting asked in those services to do their weddings, to do their events, whether it's a birthday party or a big dope concert or something. And the rest is history. I started doing a project and things like that. But I mean, God has just
awesome.
Took me along.
Wow.
Is the saxophone the only instrument that you play?
I would say comfortably and confidently, yes. I do play the soprano sax, I can play the tenor, and I have an alto. A lot of people ask that because it's like,
I was gonna ask
well, you play the sax, but can you play all of them? It's like, yeah, I can, because they kind of flow in the same way.
Wait, can you break that down, or what is the difference between those three?
So it's range. The way it's built, I would say, is not too much different. The soprano, if you think about Kenny G, he plays the one that's straight down. They do make a soprano that's shaped like the alto, where it has that curve to it. Yeah. And then, the tenor is just an oversized one of those, like the Lisa Simpson one, So I always try to make an association so that way people know exactly what I'm talking about. So Kenny G for the small one, Lisa Simpson for the big one. But I can play all those.
Okay, wow.
I can dabble on the drums a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
kind of
Oh.
like you are on a tambourine.
I'm so.
You know what I'm saying?
You
It's
know
like
what?
a confidence that I have. I don't really know if anybody would vouch for me. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm so glad. Okay, that my friends will vouch for me. Okay.
Period.
Kiana knows that I play the tambourine.
Yes.
And if you heard her, she mentioned that she was in the marching band.
Yes.
Another thing we have in common.
Here we go.
Yes.
You learned
Marching
last
band.
week that I also was in the marching band. So I just wanted to, bring that up again.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
we're
so
back.
we can, because
Oh.
we making it about.
Okay.
So, now let me give y'all.
Come on.
If y'all listened last week, y'all heard me say when I was talking with Rick, I did play the trumpet in middle school, but I
Yes.
started
Let's go.
on saxophone. Now let me explain something.
Okay.
Here we go. With another
Unfortunately,
story. Okay.
I was like the last kid.
Oh, you didn't make first chair?
No, I mean the last kid to get an instrument. So
Oh.
they gave me a baritone sax.
Okay. I
See,
understand.
hey, listen, editor, if you could superimpose on her face when I said, for a lot of y'all that don't know, so you see the cool saxophone,
Right.
My man, E Street Band, Clarence Clemens, all of that, Kenny G.
Right.
This baritone sax, I was in the 5th grade.
So you were the same height.
It joke literally was as big
Joint
as
was
me.
like
It's
this on you, like there's
go
no
go Google this. It had a stand with it. I had to put a whole stand up. It was a mess. It
How
was,
did you even get your hands around it? How did you?
It was-
Because that one is like oversized.
It's huge.
wow.
It is. It's like a
A fifth
tuba.
grader?
Yes, it was a 5th grade because in
I'm
6th
looking it
grade
up.
in middle school I went to. It
Baritone
was a
sax.
hot mess. So y'all
How did
remember
you
that?
even carry it home?
It was so embarrassing.
Like yo, like
It was such a big. It was like a big. The case was huge. Y'all just Google it. And so
I can't wait. I'm definitely gonna look it up.
Google
Matter of
baritone
fact-
saxophone and then Google average size 5th grader.
Right. No,
You
look,
need to be
okay.
able to-
I'm going to tell. So, DODA, put them both on the screen right now. Put a big old baritone sax and a 5th grade child, and y'all going to see what that was.
Oh my
So,
god.
it didn't work out. That's why I was glad to jump the trumpet when I did, because I didn't have the gift. But, so, some deep musician stuff I want to ask.
All right, don't go too deep with me.
But, okay, do you play by ear or sight read or both?
Back in the day, I could sight read very well. I was taught to read, but because, going back into those high school stories, when you get in marching band, it's really about just executing the music. So I tried to stay with reading, but it's more so about the performance element. So I kind of lost a lot of that technique in doing so many performances. And when I get hired to do things, it's like I'm playing by ear. I mean, I can play by ear so quick. So I ran with that because it's prospered, But if I could tell anybody out there listening,
Yep.
get your theory down.
Yes.
Don't do what I did and run with just the fact that you're complimented and running with the skill. Because, I'm always learning, always picking up on different things, different licks. But it would be nice to still have that mind. You go back to school and like, man, I used to be real quick with that math. And it's like, yikes, not anymore. But
No,
yet
I
still.
was the same. I was the same way. Once I really eventually moved to piano and started playing piano, and I hate that I didn't stay with reading music because it is so beneficial. And you know what though too, I kind of not blame, Lord I love you, but church, because you play in
Yes,
church.
I was about to say, listen, we love the Lord.
And you know how it is. Mother Jenkins get up. God is getting, and you gotta find
find
them.
it.
You
Find the
can't. You
Lord. You gotta
can't. It ain't no
But
theory.
that's so good to have that ability to pick up on music because,
Yeah.
people want to hear right then and there. Oh, can you? Because I've played in some events, weddings and stuff. Can you play this? Can you play that? Just random songs. Like you gotta know them.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you can't have time to pull out a stand and find the sheet music and the score. And
Right.
It's like,
That's-
yo,
sense.
That's a
Well, what's-
difference where I know some classical musicians, they have never had that. They've never been in a place where somebody said, just play and pick it up. They give me the sheet music
Right.
and I can play. But church musicians, we know.
Yeah.
And I had
they say you gotta flow.
the privilege of interviewing a guy who could do both. And he said, yep, the church gigs I get. He's like, but then I'll get a call. He literally said, like, oh, Patty LaBelle's in town. We need a bassist. Can you read?
Wow.
And for him, because he can read, he's like, I get so many gigs like that. So it's a thing with both. But so now, what do you prefer? Saxophone wise, alto, tenor, or soprano?
Oh, I love my baby, my alto, but I prefer the soprano because I like the register, so I like going higher. I typically like to play a lot of high notes. Even when I play on my alto, I'm pressing the octave in the back. Like I'm holding that octave because I love making it scream, or making it sound really pretty,
Nice.
the Beyonce notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I kind of hate this. It's now y'all go back and watch Lethal Weapon or one of them 80s movies, and the saxophones, everybody had a hot saxophone, how this Danny Glover, the car blow up, you know what I mean? But it's like they kind of phased out a lot of saxophone stuff in kind of popular culture.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't stick out as much anymore.
I don't know why that is, because I love saxophone. It is just...
Well, shout out to Xavier Omar real quick, because he has a lot of horns in his music.
Okay.
But that's just a side
Well, no, that was my next question. Any influences? Who is your,
I think hearing Angela Christie, which is a female gospel saxophonist. She's really dope. Listening to my uncle used to tell me, listen to, I think his name is Grover Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Listened to him, but it really wasn't my thing because I was a lot younger.
Okay.
And his style was a little, it's really cool, but it's like, okay, my older uncle's asking me to listen to an older sax player. It's like,
He might be on that wall, actually. That is...
listen to him, Boney James, Kenny G,
Yeah,
Dave
Dave Koz.
Yeah. So I think Mindy Abair, but I've seen so many people on YouTube playing to where I'm like, you know what, let me just stay with my style. I think I was inspired by a lot of people that don't play sax because I listen to a lot of vocals, and with my ear playing, I hear their runs and play them, or think about what I would do if I could really sing a run like that, and I'll do it on my saxophone. So I have to say, like, there's more than just musicians that inspire me.
Nice. All right. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back because we're going to get into our top 5 TV theme songs.
I've been waiting for this.
Of all
This is going to be
time. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. But we are back again, and we're having a great time with Kiana, a person who I appreciate her musical taste more and more.
Oh, well. I just want to know if you wrote your list down on that envelope just right now.
See, let me explain something. The shade you trying to throw, I'm not even going to worry about because you just mad because 2 of us are in solidarity.
Monty just went downstairs and picked up that envelope and started writing.
I can't find my iPad.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
Can I use my phone notes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
It's very casual.
Most of us, are with technology around here.
Good.
Okay.
I don't have it written on my
But if you want another envelope, I'm pretty sure.
I got
Oh, I'm sorry, Monty got one.
I got envelopes. I got plenty of envelopes to write on. Whatever.
What if I wrote a long list?
Well, we do honorable mentions though too. So
Cool, let's do some.
yeah, we got to do.
So
So let's
sometimes it's hard to narrow them down to 5.
now put it like this.
like
I'm
to
gonna
find this by
name some
number.
obscure because I don't want to name an honorable mention y'all might have.
Okay.
So
Let me get my notes.
I'm gonna go obscure. Listen, y'all, I'm old too, so the stuff I like some stuff that's back in the day. Like, okay, kids, there's a show back in the day. The little girl used to be a robot, and she was like, the Robot Family. It's a small wonder, a girl who was full of surprise. That's how they sung.
was
It's
my show,
fantastic.
y'all.
That's Small Wonders. That's honorable mention for me. And then also
What's her name? Tiffany the robot?
she boy was.
It was.
Yes.
Okay, what era was this?
This is
This-
early
that's-
80s,
Yeah, this
like
for sure 80s.
early
Just
80s.
wanted to do a check. A check.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, young folk, y'all know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Then I got one too. I'm super old because this show when I was a kid used to come on Nick at Night. It's called the Patty Duke Show, I think.
Patty Duke.
Patty Duke, and she was playing 2 characters.
That's one I gotta look up. I don't know Patty Duke.
And it was like, here's Patty, who's been most everywhere. That's how people used to sing, y'all, back in the day. Zoobity doo. There's a singer in here. You know about that. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Like
thank
scatting?
you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just kind of that jazzy, that's
Okay, that's
See.
exactly what my list is going to be.
but that's my 2 honorable mentions that I know y'all ain't got. Do you have any that
I definitely don't got nothing about no Patty Duke. I don't even know Patty. Okay.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah, don't
It's
know
old.
her.
It's old.
Don't have that.
But I mean, I got honorable mentions, but I don't want to name ones y'all might have. So
Okay.
Because,
You know.
listen, this is the thing. My list, I didn't know if I wanted to go for lyrics, like I said, or instrumentals. But my list, my favorite.
don't put too
don't
much
really
pressure
have
on
words.
yourself.
Yeah,
It's
just
okay.
let it.
They
Just
don't
let
really
the.
have
Yeah,
words.
it's
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. What's your number 5? Who you got for number 5?
Woo. See, Monty loves to, hold us down by numbers. So I just gotta.
It's a top 5.
Can we just do the 5?
No,
Like,
no, you
because
cannot.
the
No.
That's not okay.
We're going to have order in this piece.
Okay. Oh, you
Top
make sure you remember that,
five.
Ike.
No, I don't
don't
remember
you
that.
do no funny stuff and get
tell
to
you something.
switching up.
Anime?
Okay.
Don't
all
make me
right.
bring some cake up in here.
5.
Hold on.
Don't make me
5.
bring some cake up in here.
All right, 5.
Be testing me.
Now this is my number.
5. Tiff, you listed 5?
Yes.
Yes, it's
We're
5.
listing
We're gonna
5.
list
Okay.
5, but you'll top 5.
And it's some of these are pretty fun, right? Because
Yeah.
I love them coming up. So I'm just gonna throw one out there. My number 5, I'm gonna say, is the Addams Family theme song.
Okay, see, don't act like I'm bringing old joints up. You went Addams Family.
And they're kooky, mysterious, and spooky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
They're all together, Ookie, the Addams Family.
How you gonna know her Earl and don't know my old one? That's the same. It's
Well,
black and white.
I don't think yours traveled to the era that I was raised in.
I was like,
Yours
Patty,
kinda
Patty.
Whatever, man. See,
Patty
y'all-
Duke, is it? You said? I'm gonna
It,
look
it
her
doesn't
up.
even get any airplay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a lot of reruns out.
mean.
I haven't heard of either of those.
I'm gonna tell y'all real quick. I don't know if y'all following the NBA very much, but
Yes.
the Addams Family is getting some run right now because Shaq on the TV show on TNT, he be calling this guy Lurch.
Oh,
That's and he always be like, "You rang," and so now it's like trending, back trending. And kids is like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah.
It's,
I did not know that.
it's getting some run because he
Yeah.
keep calling this dude
And
Lurch.
I think like recently they just they did another remake, like a cartoon version, I think.
Oh,
if
did
I'm
they?
not mistaken.
They
yeah.
might as well.
They
Don't
always
nobody
say they
under
do
Yeah.
cartoon
25.
version.
Okay,
Maybe
what's your
they're
number
gonna-
5?
Probably gonna do Patty Duke soon.
I'm going to give my number 5,
Here,
or
get-
one of my 5. Oh, I'm gonna give one of my 5
Yeah.
to the nanny.
Who's that now?
Ah, the nanny.
That's well, her name is Fran.
yes. You know,
Don't
with
get me
the-
to pronounce her name wrong. I don't want to
with
mess
the
up on your
obnoxious
podcast
voice.
when people fact checking
Oh,
my.
Yeah.
See, I never saw that show. I never watched that.
Yes.
What's the?
She
Is
was
a theme
working at a
show?
coffee shop in Flushing, Queens, till her boyfriend kicked her out. One of those crushing scenes.
Scenes.
What was she to do? Where was she to go? She was out on a fanny.
Yeah. Yeah.
My God.
That's a good one.
No, but it has that swing band sound that you were mentioning with your
Oh.
robot. So I don't want to embarrass myself too much by trying to sing it, but it's really dope.
Then I didn't
Oh,
even.
we have
I've,
these, can we slide some of the sound
Okay.
in? Like,
She was working in a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens, till her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those crushing scenes.
I don't. I never. I remember that show.
the
I
show
never
is
watched
dope.
it.
The show is super funny.
Yeah, I
One
like
of
The
my
Nanny.
favorite shows growing up. I don't know if when it was aired.
Was it like a rags to riches thing where she was poor and she worked for a rich guy?
it was more like she was like this like real Jersey type of girl and working in New York and just, really like bougie but like classy,
Yeah.
funny, like real
Nanny.
like she was just a dope character. She became the nanny in this home of these wealthy people.
Oh,
and
okay.
she brought that edge, that Jersey, New York edge to their home and she like turned the house out.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about bougie. The family
Oh,
was bougie.
She gets
Drescher.
you modern.
Fran
Yes,
Drescher.
Drescher,
yes.
That was it.
Yes.
There we
That's
go. Okay.
Fran.
I remember,
The
but I
nanny,
never.
That's all I can give you.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's funny though, because my number 5 is kind of in that vein. I mean, y'all ought to know it. Come on now. Different Strokes. Arnold
It's
Jackson.
It's one of my
Willis. Mr. Let me tell y'all real quick.
What you talking about, Willis?
Mr. Drummond. When I used to watch that show, I was like, this got to be the oldest man in the. He seems so old to me.
He was old from the top.
And
to the bottom.
he recently died like maybe 6 years ago. I couldn't believe it.
It's like Bob Barker old. Like how
Yeah,
old are
thank
you?
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
like,
he
you
was
don't
that
know.
old.
Yeah, he was
I used to
old.
be so scared because I'm like, Lord, if as a kid, I'm like, if he died, they ain't gonna do the show no more. I thought he was gonna die like tomorrow.
Yeah.
he was that
when
old
we
looking.
was
But
watching it, he was old.
I for real, I was
yeah.
I used to be so worried. I'm like, Lord, please don't let this man die because I loved it because that was my show.
Yeah.
I'm for real.
They're so innocent.
No,
That
Mr. Drummond
just-
was
that
old.
I used to be
yeah.
just like, it'd be so anxiety filled. But that theme there was, come on now.
That's a good one.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
lyrics were really encouraging to me.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a
The
good
world
one.
don't move to the beat of just one drum. but
Yes, but might
you
be
know.
right for you.
Not right for so. Come on now. All right, so number 4. What's the number 4?
Okay, we're going to go back with me. I know, it's so it's like pressure when he does that. I
Not
know.
pressure, y'all.
Whew.
This is
Okay.
fun.
So, and this probably should be, you know what, I'm not even going to do that number 4. I'm going to push that one up a little bit.
Okay.
A lot of you probably, I'm telling my age again because this one is kind of old, but Nip Tuck.
No way.
You don't.
I know the
do
show.
you watch
There was
TV
like
at
a
all?
please stand by
Yeah.
right there because
I don't remember the
legit don't
theme
even
to
know
Nip
that.
Tuck, though.
Right, those are
It's really slow, really jazzy. Make me beautiful. Make me. Oh, Nip Tuck. Play that one too. Speed it up a little bit.
Speed it up a little bit. Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I don't think I've seen an episode of Nip Tuck. I've heard of it though.
Yeah.
They were like
They
plastic.
pretty
They were
much
like
shocked.
brothers or
They
something.
were
or
they were
plastic
friends,
surgeons.
but they were plastic surgeons. Yeah.
I know of it.
In Beverly
but again,
Hills.
I didn't get a lot of USA. I didn't get a lot of because
Yeah.
I know that was on USA.
Yeah, and it had a long run too.
USA
Like,
be having weird shows
Yeah.
like Suits and Nip Tuck
Yes.
and like Burn Notice and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what are these shows? You know, but
and Nip Tuck like had a good run. They ran.
no,
for a
it
long
did.
time.
It
Yeah.
did. It did.
Yeah,
It
It
did.
was my show back in the
No,
day.
I think that was on FX. But yeah, it did.
No, definitely FX.
It was FX, yeah.
Yeah, FX, will give you some
Oh,
stuff
Nip
that
Tuck
you
was a
would
little
say.
racy, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
they
kids, I'm not recommending that. That's Tiff.
Don't look up.
Don't
I'm
have your
not
parents
saying, look,
calling
I mean, but
me on the
listen to
show. That,
song,
there
if
go
you
your
will.
problem right there, y'all.
Sorry.
Okay, all right, number 4.
Can I do an honorable mention real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Is it even if it's an awkward one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm gonna save that one. Let me do
You
this
go.
one. Proud Family for sure.
Okay,
Oh, that's a
that
good
was- for sure.
one.
that's a
Yeah.
great one. That's
Yeah.
a great
No,
one.
I don't have to say nothing else.
That's
No,
a great one.
Proud Family is a good one.
Proud Family. That show. I was a little ashamed to be watching it because I was probably too old to be watching it, but I loved it. I thought this is excellent. Like this is
Yes.
good for kids,
They
good
snuck
black
so
family.
many famous people in those episodes.
Yes.
Listen, Bobby Proud.
Yes.
Bobby
Yes, my
was.
mama, y'all.
Come on,
Yes.
just transcendent character
Yes,
in cartoon
yes,
character. I
yes.
love Bobby. Always had the mic.
That was that Cedric the Entertainer who was voicing that?
Yes.
I think it was.
It
And I was
was.
surprised. I didn't know
It
it was
was.
Cedric.
Yeah.
I
was
just
sad.
found it out.
Yes.
It was Cedric.
Hilarious.
It was sad.
Okay. So my number 4, near and dear to my heart. Again, I'm aging myself. Young people, you might not know about this, but it's my girls. My golden girls.
What? Thank
Definitely.
you
For
for being a friend.
Yes.
Travel.
That's on my
I
list.
feel bad because I'm sure there's an original artist. I don't know who the lady is. DODA, put it on the screen. Whoever that is, because we want to give her props. Because, you
Her
just
props,
figure it's,
period.
yeah, it's the Golden Girl, but somebody sang it. Somebody
Yes.
wrote it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Isn't that it's crazy? Like these people have written these songs that have remained popular
Yes.
as if they were on the top 10 hip hop charts. Where it was like it's so familiar.
listen, you write a hit TV song, that's
Yes,
gonna
that's
be
it. Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we gonna sing that. I mean, that's
Yes.
and I mean it was Sophia, shout out, picture it, Sicily, 1925. I'd be like, what is this Sicily she talking about? Like
Right.
crazy stuff.
Yes.
Okay, all right, number 3.
Well, you took my number 3. Golden Girls was my number.
That was
3.
okay. That was your number
Yes,
3. Okay,
But I got one I can mention.
okay. What's
But Golden Girls was definitely my number 3. I'll put some. How about the Jeffersons? Moving on up
That's on my list.
to the.
I'm a little shocked. It's not you gonna honorable mention the Jeffersons. I mean,
Well, no, I mean,
I guess I'm not shocked because it's you. Because we know how
Wow.
you doing black people.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. Those lyrics are second.
I'll break that down in a minute. Since somebody's
that's fine.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's your life. Okay,
Yeah.
number 3.
Well, let me go do my number 4,
Yeah.
and then my number 3.
I thought you did your number 4.
No,
I
she
did
did
honorable
my-
mention.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
mention.
I'm sorry. There we go.
Again, I don't really want to condense them to any type of order, but I do have 227 down.
Ooh,
Yes.
good one.
Have
Good
to
one.
have.
227 is on my list.
There's no place like home.
No place like home.
And I mean no place.
That's one of the rare ones where she actually sung that. That was Marla Gibbs
I
singing
knew
that.
that was her voice.
And she was actually the star of the
Yes.
show. That was Marla
those
was like,
horns,
hey.
the whole part, like
Yeah.
the story, the things that they were saying in those sitcom songs is like it makes you
Yes.
feel warm. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's something you don't want to lose.
Let me ask you though, real quick. Are you like that? Like you be just watching the commercial, but you hear the horn part and you
I
just
hear
be like,
all
ooh,
of it.
ooh, ooh,
Yes,
ooh.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
That's why I'm like
can't
holding
help it.
back on some of my other honorable mentions because you're gonna
Right.
be like, what?
What is that?
Let me tell you something. I can be in a
But I
crowded.
want to hear them.
I could be at Fashion Show Mall. It's crowded. It's crazy. But out here, I'm like, yo, is that Highway to the Danger Zone they playing? Highway to... I can hear the music. I've always
Yeah.
been like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was your number 4.
Yes.
Your number 3 then.
227. That's a good one.
That's an
Yeah.
excellent pull. Yeah, that's
So
a great
I did
pull.
have Diff'rent Strokes down as well, but
Okay, what was your
because
number?
we already mentioned that. But
Yeah.
I will throw out one of my awkward honorable mentions, which is the Matlock theme song. I'm not kidding. Yo, that's all music.
Come on.
Yes.
You should have brought the
Period.
hoop basketball. I'm like, put one in the hoop. That's a good one too.
Those are the ones I'm
Nice,
like,
nice.
okay.
Good pull. Good pull.
Yeah,
Good pull.
definitely.
All right, my number 3. Shout out to my man, Will Smith, Fresh Prince.
I'm so tired of it.
In West Philadelphia,
Classic.
born and raised on the
playground
playground.
is where it's been.
Listen.
Yeah.
Young people, if your parents say they never rapped and they don't believe in all that rap stuff, you start singing that, they will finish all the
Yep,
lyrics for
all
you.
of it.
Okay, that made everything. I mean, that was the best.
Yeah.
I mean, the story of that, we could do a whole show on just the story of that because
Period.
this whole come up. But shout out, I heard they trying to do like a anniversary thing for that or
Are
something.
they?
I just saw it on Instagram where they were like, we're gonna do some sort of, and of course it's like, well, which Aunt Viv?
We
y'all
know.
gonna-
Well, I can tell you which one ain't gonna be on.
She's like a little problem there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now on number 2.
At this point, you've taken 2 of my what's on my list.
Did I?
But yes. But
Yeah.
did I say Family Matters already?
No.
Family Matters.
I'm here for that.
Yes.
I'm here for that.
I'll put them out there.
Okay.
The entire song.
The
Yeah.
only reason why I didn't add Family Matters is because really, and I wasn't gonna do it because you get mad when I do it. Because I got to put Family Matters because I could tell the same guy that did that, he also did the Step by Step
Full
one.
House.
And
Yes.
he did a Full House.
He did.
They had a whole factory
killed
for that
it.
dude. He was just so I didn't really, and I like all of them.
Me
Yeah.
too.
So
TGI Fridays was it.
TJ,
What you know about that?
come on,
Yes.
they was dropping.
Low key,
Yeah.
like everything
Yes.
came on. Yeah.
Seriously,
Yes.
so I don't know because Tiff get mad when I put more than one person on a slot.
Yeah, like you can't share spots.
Yeah.
That's
All
the funny
because I
stuff I'll
put
be talking
okay,
about.
I put what was it? Otis Redding, and it was Otis. I put Otis Redding and Wilson Pickett in one slot.
Yeah, I'm like
Lost
you
it.
can't like you can't do that.
Anyway.
like
So
choose.
anyway, but that's a good pick. Family
Yeah.
Matters. That's your number
Yeah.
2. Okay.
Okay, so y'all have already listed mine, so I'm just gonna I have to slide these in here, but all of the Cosby theme song.
Come on. That's
Every
every
last
season.
That's my number
one
one.
of them. That was really my number one.
That
too.
was my number
Yeah,
one.
But I'm like, you kind of, like, let me just get this one out here because you got my Family Matters, you
Yeah.
got my Diff'rent Strokes, so it's like, let me just.
Well, the thing is, I don't know any show that you would get so excited for the new season because you're like,
Yes.
what are they going to do
What are
for
they
the
gonna do with those
opening?
horns?
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't do that. No more.
Dancing to it.
Yes.
The moves.
Don't
they
even
had
get me
the-
started on every season. Like,
Every.
I don't want to get embarrassed on this couch.
Remember when they
but
had
I
the
was-
hands that came
Yes.
out?
Yes.
You know, the interpreter.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had the one
Definitely.
with the bass, boom, 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 boom,
Yes,
the James
yes.
Brown one. My father loved that one. It's,
That one was so
yeah,
dope.
it was dope. It was dope.
So sweet.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Cosby.
Yes,
Any
season you could. Really.
Yeah.
Any and all.
That's a great pick.
Definitely.
My number 2 is Good Times.
Yes.
Only because, I mean, not only because, there's a lot of reasons for it, but Good Times. Okay, here we go. Temporary layoffs, good times.
Yes.
Easy credit rip-offs, good
Yes.
times. Scratching and surviving,
Yes,
good
yes.
times.
Hanging in a child line.
What?
A child line.
No, that's not it.
Yes, it is.
No.
A child line is like.
That's
well,
not even a real thing.
Yes,
What
it is.
I
What?
was just gonna say.
Yo.
I'm not.
Nobody
wait,
knows
wait,
what
wait,
that
wait,
fourth
knew
verse
what
is.
that
so
part
when you're
said.
the things that
I
she
never
was
knew.
listing, she said, easy credit,
Easy credit
rip-offs,
rip-offs, you know.
scratching and surviving.
Yeah.
A child line is like when you're
What are you in prison? That is?
no like when you homeless or you like going to soup kitchens and stuff like that. Like at least that's what I thought they were saying. It made sense to me.
I'm gonna
don't
say
think
I
I've even-
never knew. I just
Hanging in the
My whole
I
life.
was just
What do you
saying
think it
stuff.
is?
That's the thing. My whole life, we was just like, man, we didn't know. We couldn't finish it.
The whole
Was Janet
time.
Dubois the one singing that?
No, but I'm getting to her. I'm gonna get to her next. But yeah, you might be right, but I promise you, we never said that because we didn't know what it was. We just.
Well, I mean, I watched it, and I only watched.
You
reruns.
instantly knew that though?
Yo, yeah.
I was like
I
a
mean, I grew
child
up
line.
watching the reruns.
I never even heard of a child line.
Again, back to me. I'm always listening. A child.
And why would you hang there? It seems depressing, you know.
Well,
All of the things that they listed were things that kind of.
All right, that's true though. It was
Yes.
kind of down.
So,
Yeah.
And I'm about to say, for a show to be called Good Times, there was a lot of bad times on that show.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway.
Hard times.
Okay, our number one, we had number one slot. Let's go. Don't give me that look.
Well, I mean, at this point, everything has been named. So, I can.
But
go
your original number one was what? The Cosby?
that was my number one.
All right.
So I'm going to. There's some things that I didn't mention. Sesame Street.
Oh, nice. Hey,
I like Sesame
that's
Street.
it. Listen,
Yeah.
that's a good.
So.
Oh, see, you're making me think. What was the one?
Doesn't it just?
Oh wait, I got an honorable mention. I'm gonna wait 'cause you might say it. I got an honorable mention. Okay, so do you have a top? What's your top?
The thing was, like I said, y'all had mentioned all of my lists.
Yeah.
So I kind of like scooted my top to the top. And my top was the Cosby's as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Family Matters was my number 1/number 2. But again, I was doing a list. But I want to throw my last honorable mention because, you know, Andy Griffith came through again.
Yes.
With the Andy Griffith
Andy
show.
Griffith show.
You know what I mean?
You got a thing with Andy
that
Griffith,
whistle
okay.
all the way through.
Yes.
That whistle was no games played.
No, seriously.
None at all.
Yes, and my grandmother hated when I would whistle. She said a woman should never whistle and all this different stuff.
I didn't know that.
Whistle like a little boy, you know. But I'm
Okay.
like doing it like nothing. Like I didn't care,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm into that.
I
so,
gotta
yeah.
do my. That's interesting. Okay. all
That's
right.
a good one.
And
Andy
those
Griffith.
are Matlock and Andy Griffith show, the same person. So.
Same person. Same person. Yeah. That's okay. Well, my number one.
Can't wait.
Well, you already named it. Was the Jeffersons.
Ah.
And the reason why it's number one, first of all, fish don't fry in the kitchen, grits don't burn on the grill.
Beans don't burn on the grill.
Beans don't burn. I'm sorry.
Since we doing lyrics, here,
Right, beans
you
don't burn on the
understand?
grill.
Fact
Took
check
a
y'all.
whole lot of Turayan. You ain't never heard Turayan until she said it, right?
Just to get up. Woo.
And for trivia people, that was Jeanette Dubois. Walona from Good Times to sing it. But I also love
She
it.
didn't sing the Good Times one too?
No, she didn't, because I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, the Jeffersons got a great intro and then the outro too. You remember the outro? She just be like, she just be humming. Nobody do that.
I forgot about
Yes.
the outro.
I definitely did too.
Yeah.
I would watch the Jeffersons, and when it would end, I would just rock. I was a
Yo.
kid just rocking. I promise you.
With that big baritone, just rocking your leg.
Yeah.
Oversized. Just,
Yo, okay.
oh man.
You couldn't
But-
remember
Visuals,
Rocky
you
couldn't
give us
pick it
visuals
up.
today.
Yeah.
My honorable mention, you when you said Sesame Street. Come on,
Okay.
y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out my man LeVar Burton, reading Rainbow.
Yes. Oh,
That's a good
man.
one.
That's-
That's a really
That
good one.
Butterfly in the
I need to
Sky.
find out who sang that because she killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That
excellent.
was a really good
Yeah.
one.
That's a real good one. It made me go to the library.
That was.
Even the little ones when they would do the books and
I wanted to be one of them kids so bad doing the book. My book is Billy and the dog, you know, and then they'd be like, I'm like, man, I want to be one of them
Yeah,
kids.
I would go to the library and look for that stamp on the book.
You did?
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, this is on the
Certified.
show. I gotta
Yeah.
read it. Like,
Gotta read it.
Certified.
period.
Man,
I don't even think
okay,
they have that anymore.
guys.
That was fun.
Thank you. That was awesome. Of course, shout us if you got some more. I know kids got your new ones, your Sweet Lives of Zach and Cody or whatever ridiculous
Right.
ones. You know.
Right.
Shout out. I know another good one, another modern one, kind of modern. I did like the That's So Raven one. That was kind of tight too.
Oh, that's so Raven.
Oh. See, they all coming to me now.
What?
Ain't- that's
All
what
that.
I'm saying.
You remember all that?
Hey,
This is
All that.
This is
all
Left Eye. What's up,
Hey.
man?
No, this is just an
The
introduction
introduction.
before I blow your mind. The show is all of that. And yes, we do it
Okay.
all the time. So chit your booty on the phone and it's there. Something.
Just don't go nowhere.
Everything we do.
Yeah.
It's all of that. Hey.
That was a good one too. Okay.
That was
You know
good.
what,
We be here all
Monty?
day.
I am proud of your
Yo.
list today.
They-
I
Put like a editor. Put some stars
am.
going around because that's the
Usually
first time I ain't never heard
have a
that.
problem with his list, but today
Really?
I am very
This was
proud
actually
of
pretty
his
good.
list.
We've done a lot of list shows, so this
That
was
was
good.
fun. That was some good thinking.
Well, Kiana, thank you for coming through. We appreciate it.
So much.
That was
The
awesome.
vibe, the energy,
Yes.
the background, everything is just really
Yes,
dope. So I'm so
yes.
grateful. My
Had I
pleasure.
known, you could have been great too on we did a Blues Brothers show. I think you would have. Have you ever seen the Blues Brothers?
Yes, I have.
Of course you have.
Don't ask me to quote a bunch of stuff. From
You don't got to
it.
quote a bunch of stuff, but
Yes,
that
yes,
was
of
good.
course.
You guys, be with us. Stay with. I'm sorry though. Where can they find you? Give her your
Yes.
plugs. I'm sorry.
You can find me in Las Vegas, Nevada. No, I'm just joking. So, because I did hit the New York trail a little bit, and I just want to throw that out there.
Nice, nice.
But at Kiana is Future. My name is spelled at Kiana is Future, Future, and I'm also on Facebook. And until I get some more product for y'all, until I get some more music going, just look for me on there. Skip through the hair and all the other things that I do, and play a couple of my little events and stuff.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, well, guys, check us out. Of course, we'll put all our information out there. Mighty Sharp Show, that's the website we have. This is our favorite Sings podcast. Tiff, anything else?
Nothing else. This was a good show.
This was really fun.
It was
This was
great
really
time.
great.
Like,
Yes.
When I say a good old time,
We want people to have a good
we
time.
slapping and all.
Yes,
Yes.
we
Y'all had me rearing
really
back in
do.
the couch.
That's what we're here for. So be with us again, man. We got some more shows coming up. We got our next show is going to be great, another list show we got coming up. More arguments, more fun as well. Be blessed. Stay sharp.
This has been a production of the Mighty Sharp Network. Executive producer is Monty Mont. Watch the corners and always stay sharp.